Alright guys, Code Red here, back at it again. Since my last video, you can see there's been some more stuff added. Yep, got the worn winch on. Start with that. I worked on it for about 3 hours last night. Wisty's brother was over, come downstairs to help me. It barely fit. We had to take the bumper off, take the stinger off, and put it in that way. Went to the next bigger town, and I went to O'Reilly's, got some Loctite, put that in, got them Loctited in, Loctited the bumper in. I found the issue why it was loose last time. It's the 4 bolts on the frame. Excuse me, I just ate dinner, so I'm just having some little health problems with that, with indigestion. So if I gasp, that's why. Sorry in advance. But anyways, those were loose. I tightened them down. I haven't Loctited them. I tightened them down right after the last video. I didn't have that Loctite at that time, but I need to do it now. I've thought about just going through and Loctiting all metal on metal stuff. The winch, we weren't sure it was going to fit because right here is touching. I thought about just taking a Dremel and kind of curving around the winch there to make it fit better. But when we took the bumper off, I asked T, you know, can you cinch that down as good as you can? He says, you know what, grab a flashlight. We put the flashlight in behind, you know, well, it wasn't on here, but we put it behind, shining through. Wasn't much light through the gap between the bumper and the plate for the winch. And so he's like, I can cinch it down. I says, do it. If anything happens, it comes back on me. So it fit. There's barely any room. In fact, it's kind of touching the grill. It's not pushing it in. I mean, well, it is an itty bit, but you know, you really can't tell it. And nephew's down here helping. He's been down here a day. As you can see, he's got his monster truck there on the bed. I need to get a workbench made this summer or springtime. I just gotta figure out where I'm gonna put it in here because I don't have a workshop. The garage, the old rundown garage, has a blazer in it that I gotta get a motor pulled out and a motor put in. And none of that, it's not heated. But again, back to this, jumping all over. Got the roof rack. Now I'm not a fan of it yet, only because I'm not used to having a rack on. And look at the gap right between here. I am not used to that. I got overly carried with the reamer because I got the reamer in, obviously, and I went to town on the I guess you can call it, what is it, recessed holes? I guess you can call it. But yeah, I used it. Used the holes that was recessed on there and reamed them. I didn't need 2 of them. And then when we got this together, the rack together, I realized them holes were in the wrong spot for this rack. It's not made, but Delwee RC Crawlers is the one that sells it. It's the Injora, I believe, that somebody told me on Facebook today. But you know, it's a good one. But I'm not a fan of this yet with that gap. I mean, I can get clear up to my middle ring finger underneath there. I mean, I don't have big hands, but still, I'm thinking maybe I might take the brackets off and just mount this straight to the body. But it won't be until after I get the light bar, which may be next month when I order the receiver for the winch. But I'm not 100% sure because I gotta go see the transplant doctor. So then that's a 2-hour trip one way. But I'm liking it. I got my overkill, I'll call it logging chain. But I'm thinking of making it a little longer so I can go from one bracket around and back, hook on itself, give a little more scale look, or from front to maybe back, or front to maybe back. I don't know yet. I can't probably do that later on when I get the light on, depending on gap size. Also, add a little more scale look to it. I added a wiper. I don't know if you guys put wipers on. I'm having an issue with the front ones. I haven't drilled the holes yet because of when the wipers came, there's two little pieces. One has a short stubby end. Well, two pieces, but one for each wiper. One has a long end on it, and one has a stubby end. I don't know which one goes in the body. And I've looked at pictures, and it shows the stubby end, but I'm not 100% sure because I think the rubbers got... not meaning this dirty joke, sorry. But the rubber pieces seem to have got bent in shipping or storage or something, so they're not working right. I may just drill it anyways and put them in there, and hopefully over time they'll work out. I was gonna go out. I'm gonna look through the room, through a hole. There is a little light outside. I want to go outside and do a little run with this, but at the same time, I haven't had very much motivation. I've gotten sick since we went over to get that Loctite and some other groceries and whatnot. The van got overheated way bad. We were roughly 3 miles off of I-80 heading home, and the van overheated, steamed real bad. Wisty got it shut down, and we sat there for probably 15 minutes. We had my nephew's sister, our niece with us, and Wisty's daughter, and it got really cold. It was in the negatives with the real feel. A guy stopped traveling home from work for the weekend to see his wife and kids for the weekend. He was working 4 hours away from home. Bless him a lot for stopping and let us sit in his truck, his company truck, till Wisty's Tad and brother T got there to help us and get us home. So I've come down with a cold, and last night dinner just wasn't sitting well. So I haven't had much motivation today, and so I was like debating whether to do this video or not. But you know, I'm excited to show you guys the latest and greatest with what I'm doing and what I've done. It's looking good. I mean, if I don't look at the rack straight on, it looks badass on here. But if I look at it straight on, it's just that gap. And I don't know if it's because I've got an OCD problem now, or it's just, to me, it looks like a safari rack, and I want it that lower part for the lower center of gravity. It is aluminum. I've been told it's a pretty durable thing. I mean, the front bumper is pretty durable. I mean, I've chipped pieces off of it. When it gets wore down, I'll take that off and I'll rhino line it. But, you know, I'm looking for durability. I'm also looking for scale, and I'm also looking to keep my lower gravity down so I'm not rolling as much. I haven't drove it around with it on yet. That's why I thought about going outside. Today has been a relatively warm day for Wyoming. The temp on my phone said 43, real feel was 30, and we've got a small pond in the driveway where Wisty parks because we're on kind of a downhill slope, and with the snow in front of it, it can't drain off. So we got a little pond there. I may just go out back and play on my little snow pile, and maybe venture out front of the house and play on the snow pile that I've created with the snow blower between the sidewalk and the driveway, the parking spot. I don't know. I don't have motivation, and it just comes, and then all of a sudden it's like, nah, I'm not doing it. Maybe if I just go do it, I'll be fine. I don't know. I just want to make a long enough video for you guys. But again, I'm rolling on nine and a half minutes. So again, the dirt four wheeler's got some more sweet looks to it. I can't wait to get the winch functional and whatnot. I can't decide whether, you know, to go with next, you know, change tires out, get more aggressive tires with some actual beadlock rims, or do some like TRX4 shocks. I noticed with the rack on there now, I was trying to keep it more forward than possible, but TJ, I didn't get a chance to tell him before. I wanted to have the plate up here. So it kind of was like a sun visor, but in a way. But I mean, you can see that gap, you know. But you know, he kind of proportioned it pretty well as also. But that light may give that nice look off of the hood as well. I don't know. I like that look, like especially with semis, clearance lights. But it shouldn't cause a shadow. I was thinking it may cause a shadow, but I got the headlights down here as well. Who knows? But yeah, aggressive tires or suspension. I want, you know, I got some good flex out of this. I want to see if I can do more. I don't have the experience, so I'm trying to figure out how, or even just leave it, you know. And it's like my dad says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know. But I'm looking for more of an aggressive tire for climbing, along with grip in the snow, traction in the snow. These do alright for a little while until the treads get, you know, balled up. Here, balled up with snow, make them slicks. But I haven't done my climb test. I did a climb test the other day up onto the bed. I don't think I posted it. I can't remember. I'll have to go look. But I'd like to do a climb test with this now and see what it's like going downhill with the rack on. See if it helps with some weight so it doesn't endo. Because I don't want to do that. Because if I endo too hard, it goes over the stinger. If I endo just right, brings me, it literally will sit there on its nose. Which is pretty freaking cool. I don't know now with that. No, it doesn't seem like it wants to stay there now. So I think I got enough back weight. But it's adding some weight to it, so that's a good thing too. Whoa, sorry guys, I knocked my phone. Tripod. But anyways, I'm going on 12 minutes now, so I'm going to get going. So until next time, as words from a comment from the FTG Full Tilt Gaming channel, keep the wheels spinning and the beavers grinning. We'll see you when we see you. Till next time, Code Red out.